Greetings everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the Weekly Challenges Guide. Now for those of you who are new to this series, or those that may need a bit of a refresher, the Weekly Challenges are a set of 5 events that go live Thursday night, Friday morning, depending on your region. This usually consists of 4 races or in a game that, depending on your progress, you might need to unlock, while the 5th is usually referred to as the special event. It could be a time trial, a mission challenge, or a race. So, with that out of the way, let's see what is in store for this week. We kick things off with the Japanese FF Challenge 450. This is a 4-lap race at Blue Moon Bay Speedway Infield A, and requires a road car from Japan with an FF drivetrain, and the suggested performance points of 450. Of course, I'm going to choose one of my favorite go-to cars for these events, which is the Mitsubishi FTO GP here. All stock, no setup, it's just that comfortable for me. So let's do a lap around here. So, we go down the front straightaway here. Don't let the big plane flying over distract you from the fact that there is a turn fast approaching. So you want to brake right about before that sign there, 3 arrows. 3rd gear, you turn 1, keep that in 3rd, and then accelerate as you get on this transition there. It's going to be a little bumpy. And of course we get back down to 3rd gear through 2, use that curve here. And I usually tend to keep it through 3 and 4 here to again use that curve, and so I don't have to do all that much work to keep it on the track. So we're going through 5. We're heading into one of the tighter corners here. Turn 6, down to 2nd gear. I like to hug this curve here and start accelerating right about there. And before we go over to this side, brake just right after the 50 mark. And I like to do this kind of turning in, mostly for the second part of the corner there in 8. And then here, I kind of let off of the gas here. Use that curve and then accelerate right on out here. We got 9, and we just go through 10, full throttle, and the banking will just hold you as you do that. So now we go down this straightaway here, and if you've done everything right, that is a lap around Blue Moon Bay Speedway Infield A. And now on to the race itself. So, best spots for overtaking, I found at least, were turns 1, turn 4, 6 through 8, and turn 10. The AI obviously losing a lot of spots, braking multiple times, and so forth. But beware the AI through turns 2 and 3, as well as 9. These are a bit trickier and a bit tighter, so if you are going for a clean race bonus, it might be a bit of a struggle to try to squeeze through and get position. Next, the World Rally Challenge. This is a 5-lap race at Sardegna Windmills, and of course, you could use any car that has dirt tires, so the performance weights are less. Now said, I am going to use one of my built cars I've done here. This Ford Escort RS Cosworth, one of my favorite cars to drive on the dirt here. So, let's get right into this wild ride. So I've run here, this is what I tend to do. We're turn 1, 4th gear, throw it right on in there, acceleration, or 2, excuse me. And then for 3, 3rd gear, and then all the way through this section here. Keep it in 3rd gear. And to let these hills and let this right here just kind of carry you over the bumps as well. You can pretty much keep it there. And 4th gear on up. Yeah. And this is where you want to brake just as those signs on the right come up. 2nd gear, accelerate right as you see those hay bales on the inside. And full acceleration down the straightaway. Now there's 2 bumps, and you want to keep as straight as possible so you don't bounce off into the wall. Then turn in right here. It's full throttle, you'll be fine, you won't hit anything. And then you come into this tight little corner here. What I like to do is usually brake right here. 2nd gear, throw it in. Likewise, leave here, keep that second though. Downshift first just to get the car rotated, then back to second to get acceleration going out of that final corner. Full throttle about here, and again, bumps, so keep the car straight as possible. I usually like to go to the left side to keep that stable. And that is a lap around Sardegna Windmills. Now, on to the race itself. So, tips for this one: best spots for overtaking I found were turns 2 through 5, turns 7, and turns 10 through 12. The AI braking a lot, not fully accelerating there, so you could pretty much take advantage of them and make them look really silly. But be aware of them through turns 1 and others, because it gets a little trickier to get around them. It gets tight, and again, they're not very intelligent with how they use the corners. So be mindful as you do that. Up next, the Nissan GTR Cup. So, 5 laps at Circuit Gilles-Villenueve. And you can always use sports tires here, 700 horse or less, and any model of Skyline or GTR from any year, including the ones in the Power Pack. So for this, I'm going to bring out my GTR here, my affectionately called Tina, and so there's the tires, and there's the setup if you want to use it for this exact same car. So here we go. We go 1 here. Brake all the way down to the second here. The virage setup. This one right here. Then we accelerate right on down onto the curb here. All the way down to second for turns 3 and 4. I start accelerating right about here. Utilize the curbs. We get this section out of the throttle to turn the car both through 5. We get the turn 6 and 7, second gear. I use all this curb here. I'm all about turning the car using all the curb that I possibly can find. So we're all the way down this back section here. I'm going to brake right about that side right there. The 200 board, second gear, and again, find those curbs there. Turn right on out. And we get to the left, set ourselves up for turn 10 here. This corner I had lots of practice of getting right. Get that curb and then accelerate right on out. Got a little bit of that curb to the left there. So we go down to the casino straight. And again, go to the left there to set yourself up for the chicane that leads past the World Champions. So brake right like here. Now the second, and be very careful with how you exit this corner here. Accelerate onto that curb. And if done right, that is a lap around Circuit Gilles-Villenueve. And now, on to the race itself. So, ideal overtaking spots are virage center or turn 1, turns 5 through 7, turn 9, 11, and 14. Very easy with the AI drives. But beware the AI in turns 8, 10, and 15. That's where they start getting a little bunched up, they get tighter, and it gets a bit more difficult to get around them. So be mindful if you're trying to go for a clean race bonus. That's where they'll give you the hardest time. Next, the World Touring Car 700. This is a 10-lap race with 10 times fuel use and 10 times tire wear at Autopolis International Racing Course. Obviously, you have racing tires, so or less. Now, you don't have to use a Group 4 car, but as I'm not really all that interested in the category, I just chose whatever. So I just went with this Aston Martin Vantage here. So I will show you guys a lap around here. So we go down the straightaway here. Let's set yourselves up to the left here. We go on the brakes right about here on the board. Second gear through turn 1. Accelerate right on out. And we see ourselves ready for turn 3. I brake right about that 100-meter side there. And I usually tend to go through third gear here. For me, it's a good balance of throttle and getting the car to go through and carry momentum. Second gear through 6. Accelerate out. turn 7 we go. Now, of course, unlike the GT3 lap I did that you might have seen, this, you could take it 4th gear if you wanted. 3rd gear, of course, is fine. Really, either of those is good enough. So now we go all the way down to 2nd gear for turn 10. Accelerate right on now. Downhill on the roller coaster straight. And of course, just like the 2B gear, I have to take a lot of speed through here. 3rd gear for this instance. And then 3rd gear through these corners here, through 12. Some of my favorite series of corners here because of how you carry the momentum. And you can kind of be lazy here too, if you want. So 2nd gear. 14, 15, and 16. And set yourself up neatly right here for this final turn here to turn 17. 3rd gear, hold it, and accelerate right about here. And hit that little curb there as you come out of that corner. And now, that is a lap around Autopolis. So now, on to the race itself. So, racing medium tends to be the starting tire, with soft being the finishing tire. And unlike last week, now you have to watch the left side tire, whereas that's what will get you. One step being the main strategy, at least I found, pitting on lap 6. And again, rain is possible, so have your intermediates and wets ready just in case you get that downpour. Because you could have a sunny race 1 minute and then suddenly the clouds come at you the next. I've had that happen before. And finally, the mission challenge. And this is the pass. This is the Nürburgring Nordschleife using the Porsche 911 Turbo as safety car that came with the Hypercar update. So, as this is a recommended car or a rental car, you just pretty much get that and you're on your way. And basically, it's all about passing as many cars as possible before we get to a certain section of the track. So that is it for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed this, whether you just logged in or haven't logged in quite some time. If you enjoyed this, then give it a like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to tick the bell icon so you'll be notified when these videos go live Fridays at 1 p.m. That's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next video.